Good evening, everyone. This is BremSter, and tonight I'm going to attempt to record a puzzle called Inner Eye by MNasty2. This is a puzzle that's been sitting in my queue for a little bit, but it should have surfaced sooner because this is using a constraint that I created probably about 6 or 7 months ago, maybe a bit longer, and then I never created or successfully created a puzzle that was any good using the constraint. This is the Relocages constraint, but we'll get to that in a minute. Actually, no, I may as well get straight to the rules now. Actually, I will. I don't really have anything else to say. I created the Relocages constraint and I got a few people to test my puzzles and they were terrible. Like, they were really bad. But I wanted to get people to say, is this a good idea? And Realm Planner loved the idea and made a really good puzzle using the constraint. And then MNasty2 was doing a setting challenge and wanted to use the Relocages constraint and did. Now, the difference between this puzzle and mine is when I used the Relocages constraint, and I think Realm Planners did as well, they were killer cages with total in the cages. This one has no totals within the cages, so this one's going to be really weird to see how it works. So let's look at the rules. We have normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have standard arrows. So, digits placed on arrows, the sum of those digits gets placed in the circle attached to the arrow. So the sum of those 3 digits goes there. The sum of those 2 digits goes there. The sum of those 2 digits goes there. Same for all of the arrows. Then we've got the relocages, and the way these work is a bit weird, and hopefully you'll all understand it. So, if a digit in a cage is placed on the cell containing the small black arrow, then one of the other digits in the cage must be pointed at by the arrow a distance away equal to the digit on the arrow. So let's, for example, say that this cage was 1, 2 with a 3 here. Then we would count 1, 2, 3 cells away, and this cell must be one of those two. So this would have to be a 1 or a 2. Similarly, if this was a 5, so if it was a 5 here, we would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away, and this would have to be a 1 or a 2. Because 5 away along whatever it goes in this cell has to be one of the other cells in the cage. We don't know which one, but just one of the other cells in the cage. That's the way relocages work. I've only ever seen, this is the second puzzle I've seen using the constraint that I came up with. As I said, I've made a few, but they've never been any good, and I don't release puzzles that are terrible. Well, I try not to release puzzles that are terrible. Let's restart the timer on this one and see what we've got. Let's give this a shot. So, Inner Eye by MNasty2. Okay, where do we start? Okay, so the most obvious place to start is these are 3 cell long arrows. So the minimum I can put on them is 1, 2, 3, which is 6. So this has to be 6, 7, 8, 9. This has to be 6, 7, 8, 9. But this arrow could only go 1, 2, is pointing at a digit. And the digit it points to could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It can't be an 8 or a 9 because there is no cell that's 8 or 9 away. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This can't be 8 or 9. So I've actually got a 6, 7 pair in this box, which is interesting. Which might limit this cell. Because this can't be a 1 or a 2. Because if this was a 1 or a 2, then it would be pointing on its own arrow. And you can't place the digit... Oh, no, I could put a 6 or a 7. No, I can't put a 6 or a 7 on this arrow. So it would have to place one of these digits, and I can't put it here. So this can't be a 1 or a 2. So it's 3, 4, 5... Can't be 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 8, or 9. So it's putting a digit 3, 4, 5... Can't be 6 or 7. Hang on. It can't be 8 or 9. Can it? Oh, it could be 8. It can't be 9 because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is as far as it can get. So this is 3, 4, 5, or 8. But I don't think it can't be 3 because one of these arrows is a 6 arrow. And it can't be 3 or 4 because one of these arrows is a 6 arrow. And whichever one of these is, if this is a 6 arrow, this is 1, 2, 3, and there'd be a 3 here. If this is a 7 arrow, this is 1, 2, 4. And then this would be the 1, 2, 3. Right, one of these, okay, if this has got 1, 2 on it, and either 3 if it's the 6 arrow or 4 if it's the 7 arrow. If this is the 6 arrow, this is 1, 2, 3, and this is 1, 2, 4. And if the same works the other way round. I'm trying to think how to explain this. But either way, one of these arrows must have a 3 on it, one must have a 4 on it, because these are different. So 1 is 1, 2, 3, 1 is 1, 2, 4. So those cells will all contain 2 1s, 2 2s, a 3 and a 4. So this can't be a 3 or a 4, and this is a 5 or an 8. So that's saying that one of those digits goes 5 or 8 away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that cell, 6, 7, or that cell. Now, that is a bit restricted because if this is an 8, I'd have to put a 6 or a 7 there, but I can't put a 7 there because if I put a 7 there, I'd have to add 2 digits to it. And the minimum these could be, it'd be 1 and 2, and it'd be 7 plus 1 plus 2, and that'd have to be a 10, which doesn't work. So if this is an 8, that is a 6. These would have to be 1, 2, and that would have to be a 9. But if this is a 5, this would have to be a 6 or a 7. So this is 6, 7, or 9. Now, if this is 6, this is 1, 2, 3. And if this is 7, this is 1, 2, 4. There's always a 1 and a 2 on this arrow. So, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, or... So this could be 1, 2, 3, 4. This could be 1, 2, 3, 4. This could be 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is if this is 6 or 7. Or if this is a 9, it's specifically 6, 1, 2. That's fascinating. Okay, so let's look at these ones. This could only be 1, 2, 3, 4. So this can only be 1, 2, 3, 4. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. This, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is terrible pencil marking. This is in row 3. So there's 6 rows below it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is terrible pencil marking. Is it to do with if this is a 5, these would be from 1, 2, 3, 4. So those would all be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This would be an 8, 9 pair. If this is 8, this couldn't be 1, 7 or 2, 6. So it'd be, this would be 3, 5. Actually, is it from, not sure. It's got to be something. Oh. No. Yes. These might be more restricted because that cell must be placing that cell. So if this was a 1, yellow, because this has to place a different cell within the cage. It can't be replicating itself. It's a different digit that has to go in. So if this was a 1, that digit would have to go there, and there's 2 of yellow in the column, so it can't be a 1. But that yellow could go there, there, or there, and that's fine. What about this one? This is placing this digit, and it can't be a 1, because then these would both be yellow, so this can't be a 1. If this is a 2, yellow would be there, and that doesn't work because it breaks the arrow. So this can't be... These can't both be yellow, because if this is yellow and this is yellow, this would have to be a 0. So it's not a 2, but yellow could go there, there, or there. Yeah, I don't see a problem with that. But this one also can't be 1 because it'd make those 2 the same. So it's not 1. If it was 2, it'd be those 2 and the arrow issue would come into play again. But if it was 3, it'd be those, 4 would be those, 5 would be those, and that seems okay. Okay, so that's not it. Okay, so I've missed something else. Is it these? Like, this is a bit more restricted than this because I know what these are. Like, if this is 2, it's putting that digit there, and then... So if this is 2, that digit would go there. So those would be the same, and then down here... Oh, that's okay. and then that digit would have to be there or there. Because it would see all of those by Sudoku. Ooh, this is interesting. No, this is very interesting. These arrows are pointing straight. I remember doing this in a couple of puzzles. Sorry. So this may be giving me a shortcut that other people don't have. That digit is pointing straight down. So it has to put one of these digits in this column, but it can't put that digit in the column, because if it was put that digit in the column, this digit would have to go down here as well, and it'd be twice in the column. So it's putting that digit in the column. I'll use a better green. It's putting this digit in the column, and it's putting it 6 or 7 away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So green is down here. And it's the same here. Yellow has to be in one of those two. Now, if this is a 6, this is a 7. If this is a 7, this is a 6. So there's either a 7 here, or a 6 here, or here, and that's it. Whichever one of these is a 7 is putting it. If this is a 7, this is a 6. But if this is a 7, this is a 6. So there is a 6 in one of those two, and this can't be a 6. But if this is an 8, I have to put a 6 or a 7 here, and I can't put a 6 or a 7 there because one of those is a 6. That's amazing. That's not a 6. This can't be an 8. That's a 5. Which means this is a 6 or a 7 and not a 9. These are 1, 2 with 3 or 4. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is an 8, 9. That's stunning. But now I can keep doing Sudoku on yellow and green. Because green, the green here sees those, the green here sees those. So green is in one of those two. Yellow is in one of those, so it can't be here. Yellow can't be here, so yellow is in one of those three, but yellow is 6 or 7, so it can't be in this cage. This is a yellow 6, 7, so this is a green 6, 7. Whoops. This is a green 6, 7, so this can't be green. This is the green 6, 7. So if this is 6 or 7 on an arrow, this is 1, 2, 3, and this is 7, 8, 9. What is that doing? Well, this can't be a 2 anymore. Because if that was a 2, it would put that digit there, but there's no shared digit there. There's no 2 there. So this is a 3 or a 4, and that digit goes there or there. Okay, what is that doing? What is that doing? Can I knock something out of there? This is a... Because... Does that have to be a 3? Actually, this may have been there before. If this is a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I have to put a 3 or a 4 there, and I don't think I can do that. No, there's no way I can do that. Because if this is a 3 or a 4, this is a 3 or a 4. And then all of those would be 1, 2, 3, 4. But this would have to be lower than what's in the head of the arrow. But all of these are the 1, 2, 3, 4. That couldn't be lower. So this can't be a 5. This is a 3, 4 pair. There's no 3, 4 there. These can't be 1 and 2. There is a 1 and 2 on each of these arrows. So well, I could have got that from removing the 3, 4. So if this is a 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, can that be a 3 or a 4? Yes, it can. Because there's a 1, 2 here with one of 3, 4. So that could be the other 3, 4, unless that breaks these arrows. They would then be a minimum of 5 and 6. Which I think is okay. But if this is a 3, 1, 2, 3, I could put a 3, 4 there, and that's not interrupting anything. So that's not... Well, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4. This isn't 1, 2, 3, or 4. This is a 5 or a 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So one of those digits goes down here. Okay, maybe I can do something with these 3, 4s. Can I figure out which one of these 3, 4s is on these arrows? So if this digit is either here or here... Right, yes. Look at this. This digit here, let's call it orange, is either in this cell or this cell. Yes, this digit here is orange, and it go by this, which it's either here or here. Now, this arrow must have a 3 or a 4 on it, but that cell sees both of the 3, 4 possibilities here, as does that one. So orange is there. So this digit, which is the other 3, 4, let's call it purple, is one of those two. So orange is in one of those. This is purple, which means purple is down here. Purple is down here. Because purple can't go here, purple can't go here, purple is down here, and that sees both orange and purple, because purple is here and that is orange. That's a 5. So this is green, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is a green 6, 7. So this is not green. This is green. I would like to point out right now, the puzzles I attempted to make with Relocages were nowhere near this good. Not that I figured this out yet. Green is in one of these two. This is a 6 or a 7. These are the same. This cell sees both the yellow and the green 6, 7. That's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Green 6, 7 is in one of those two. So yeah, green is in one of those two. So green is in one of those two. These cages feel a lot less powerful because I don't know which of these two digits I'm throwing into that cell. But purple is there or there. No, I don't think that's it. Oh, man. If this... So this is a 6 or a 7. This has to be higher than 3. But I could make this 314 for all I can see. This can't be a 6. Because yellow and green are 6 and 7. Yellow is up here. Green is in one of those two. I can't put 6 or 7 in here. So the digit that gets thrown onto here cannot be a 6. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not 5. So this is part of 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's throwing to there, 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 or there. I don't know what that's doing. So there's a 1, 2, 3, or 4 in that cage, but I feel this has to be important. If this is 6, it's 1, 5, or 2, 4. If it's 1, 5, it's 1, 5. If it's 2, 4, it's 2, 4. Now, if it's 7, however, that's only if it's 6. Is that broken in any way? No. The problem is I'm now casing. Orange in this box. Orange is not here or here. Orange is in one of those. Orange is in one of those. But orange... That can't be orange. Because if this was orange, these would be 3 and 4, and that would be 7, which breaks those. So that's not orange. Orange is in one of those. That can't be orange. Because I can't have... Oh, this could be 3, 1, 4. 3, 1, 4 would put orange there. Oh, that could be purple. Orange is here or here. If orange is here, or both, actually. Okay, I've lost the flow with this puzzle. I don't understand what's going on. So if orange, if this is 3, orange is here, this would be 4, and purple would be here. Actually, that might be something, mightn't it? Like these interact with these. If this is 3, 4, no, if this is 3, 3 goes there and these become 7. If this is 3, these are 7. Because that's a 4, which goes one. Oh no, hang on. If this is a 3, 4 goes there. If this is a 4, 3 goes there. If this is a 4, these are 7. This... Oh, look at that. If this is a 4, 3 gets thrown 4 down and goes here. So if this is a 4, 3 gets put here and green becomes 7. But if this is a 4, 4 goes on here, and yellow becomes 7. That doesn't work. That is amazing. So yellow is 6 because we've just put 3 into purple. That is a 3. These are 1, 2, 4, and green is 7 because yellow is 6. That is stunning. This is a 7, so this isn't a 3. This isn't a 7. There's a 3 in here. There's no 4 here. 7 is here. 7 is in one of those two. This is a 6. 6 is up here. 7 is in one of those two. 7 is in one of those two. Now, I think I've done all the colouring for everything now, and I can get rid of the colouring because the colouring is terrible. Okay. So 4 is throwing the 3 in. The 3, 1, 2, 3, that becomes a 4, which puts 4 in one of those two. The 2 means this is the 1, so there's no 1 here. This is a 6, so there's no 4 here. This is a 2, 3 pair. This is a 1, 2 pair. So this is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 8, 9, without that being a 4. So we've got an 8, 9 pair here. These are 1, 2, 4. This is a 7. So if it's 1, 6, it's 1, 6. If it's 2, 5, it's 2, 5. If it's 3, it can't be 3, 4 because I can't put either 3 or 4 here. So this is in this order. Three, 1, 4 is possible. 3, 2, 5 is possible. 3, 3, 6 is not possible. 3, 4, 7 is not possible. 3, 5, 8 is not possible because I can't put a 5 there, and 3, 6, 9 is not possible. This is 1, 2, 4, 5, giving me a 1, 2 pair in the box. 4 is in one of those. 5 is in one of those. So 5 is in one of those two. But these are 5, 6, 8, and 9. There's no 5 here, there's no 9 here. But I think that could be as low as 1 to make this 6, 5, 1. If this is 2, 9, 8, yeah, it seems to work. Now, one of these digits is getting thrown into one of those cells. If that's a 3, that is a 5. I don't know. There's no 2 there, because of the 2 looking down. 2 is in one of those. Three is not in any of those. 3 is in one of those two. Okay. 7 is in one of those two by Sudoku. 5 I know is in here. 4 is in here. Have I done... Oh, 7 is throwing 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the 6, which means there's no 6 on this arrow. 6 is in one of those two. So this is 8, 5, 3, 9, 8, 1, or 9, 5, 4. And it can't be 9, 5, 4. This is a 1 or a 3, which means it's not a 5. This is the 5, which takes 5 out of those. This is the 6, which is 7, 6, 1, which means that's a 2, which is 3, 2, 5. The 2 makes this the 1, which means it's 7, 1, 8, which makes that the 9, and this is a 4, 8 pair. This puzzle. The 1 here takes 1 out of there. These are now 7, 8, 9. 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a 1 or a 3 in this cage. There's a 1 in this cage. This digit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, has to come from this cage. This has to be a 1 or a 3 But it can't be a 3 because I can't put a 3 in this cage. That's a 1, and there must be a 1 in that cage. And one of these two digits is there, and it can't be that digit because that digit can't go there. So those are the same digit. Holy cow. And it can't be a 7. If this was a 7, I'd have to put a 7 in this cage, and I can't do it. That's not a 7, that's a 7. This is so cool. So now this isn't a 7, and this is a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9 go into there. That's not a 5. That's not a 5. That's a 5. We've got an 8, 9 pair in the column. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are 3 and 4, and the 3 makes that the 4 and that the 3. This is the 3 by Sudoku because I had 3 in one of those two. And now these two 1s, take 1 out of those. This is the 1. Is this more restricted now? 8, 5, 3, 9, 8, 1. Yeah, this still works. Except the 1 makes that a 3. I can't do 3, 8, 11. So this is 3, 5, 8. This is not an 8 or a 6. That's the 9, which looks up saying that's not the 9. This isn't the 8. 3 is in one of, no, 3 is right there because 3 looking up puts 3 in those. That's a 7, 8, and there's a 3 looking there. That's a 3. So this is an 8 or a 9. This 1 is looking up, making that the 2 and that the 1. 2, 2, 2 is in one of those two, which means 2 isn't in any of those. 2 is in one of those two. That 2 is looking down saying, that's not the 2, that's the 2. What can this be? 1, 2, 3. It can't be 4. 5, 6. It can't be 7, 8, 9. This is a 5 or a 6. So this is a 5 or a 6. And it's not a 5. Yellow is 6. 4 is looking across, making this 8 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 9 go in, but the 5 makes that the 9 and that the 5. The 9 looks up, making that the 8, that the 9. The 8 looks across, making that the 9 and that the 8, which makes that the 9, which makes that the 7 and that the 8. These are 1, 2, and 4, but the 1 had to go in the cage because the 5 is throwing a digit to there, so the 1 had to be in the cage. This is glorious. I never came up with a Relocages puzzle that there was this good. My constraint, I didn't do anything anywhere near as good as this. There's no 7 here. This is a 7. So this is a 2 or a 4. But this 2 makes this 3, which makes this 2. These are 1, 6, 8. The 1 and the 8 makes that the 6. I think I could have used the column for that, but whatever. This is a 2 for the row, which makes that the 4 and that the 2, which looks like making that the 4 and that the 2, which makes that the 4. So what are these columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 and 9. Not sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 8. Okay, that didn't go as well as I'd hoped. The 2 says that's not the 2, that's the 2. This is a triple. 5, 8, and 9. There's an 8, 9 in the row, so that's the 5. Take 5 out. The 8 looks down, making that the 9 and that the 8. Now let's do these columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 and 9 go in. The 3 makes that the 9 and that the 3. The 9 makes that the 1 and that the 9. The 1 makes that the 8 and that the 1, which makes that the 6 and that the 8. I need to put a 4 in, which goes there, and this becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6, and that is the solution to the puzzle. I do love that puzzle. 31 solves in 32 days. Let's try and get that number up. Relocages. Yeah. Proud to make this constraint, even if I've never released a puzzle with it. Thank you, mnasty2, for taking an idea of mine and turning it into something good. I'm taking no credit for this puzzle. None. Zero. Zilch. Diddly. Bupkis. Niente. If you get that reference, leave a comment below. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful puzzle. Holy cow. Yeah, great stuff. I'm happy. I've had a pretty terrible week at work and everything, and this has been great. Man, my life is busy right now. This is a great puzzle. Just so good. I hope everyone enjoyed that as much as I did. I really, really do. I've got a bunch of puzzles to record, so I should stop rambling and just get on with the next couple. Thank you everyone for watching, and yeah, good luck with your solving.